Welcome to the Seller Roundtable e-commerce coaching and business strategies with Andy Arnott and Amy Wees.
Because there's definitely some crazy Amazon fans out there. Like there are people that brag about their Amazon shopping habits.
Yes. It's like a whole cult following where like there's like Amazon memes and like, oh, my Amazon like driver here again for his daily stop. Like it's just like there's a whole like culture of it, of like Amazon fans. I'm part of it, but I love that.
Yeah. And so speaking of Amazon fans, what are the best social media platforms for promoting Amazon products?
TikTok.
TikTok is one of the big ones.
Point blank, period, TikTok.
So for example, the hashtag Amazon deals, Amazon finds, Amazon must-haves, those I wrote them down, your three favorite hashtags. What would you say the volume is of people looking for those types of hashtags on TikTok versus other platforms like Facebook or Insta?
Yeah, so I think it is important to note the culture of each social platform. Like there's a culture on TikTok that's very different from the culture on Instagram. That's very different from the culture on Facebook. So I think TikTok kind of plays into the viral trending products and combining that with the impulse buy. And deals is where I play into that. So I think there's a little, kind of not meme, but like little joke on TikTok. It's like rolling your eyes emoji, opening the Amazon app again. And it's like, when people see a product that they want on TikTok, it's like a few seconds in their brain before they're like, all right, I'll buy it. And then they switch apps. And usually it's very easy because on TikTok, you can find an affiliate link or it's linked in the bio or in the comments somewhere. You just switch over apps. You literally buy it within 2 seconds. You're like, okay, anyway, back to TikTok. And so that's kind of how I've seen TikTok going. And I think, sorry, I forgot your question. Was it about hashtags?
Well, it is about like what platforms are the best, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, the volume, you said TikTok is definitely the best for promoting Amazon products. But I was just wondering, of your favorite hashtags, Amazon deals, Amazon must-haves.
Oh, the volume.
Those hashtags, like the volume between. So are there more people searching on Facebook? Are there more people searching on Instagram? And then we were talking about the culture of, each platform. The culture is a little different where you're saying, and this is what I think I'm getting out of it. You're saying on TikTok, it's so much easier to engage with that affiliate link and move on over to Amazon, check out, I got my Prime deal, I got my coupon ready to go. Push the little button, right back to TikTok. Where if we're on Instagram, we have to deal with the bio links, right? It's not as easy to click a link. The live platform is not as good, where demonstratable on TikTok is so easy. It's demonstratable. We can talk about it. It feels more interactive. Facebook, I've seen, I would say probably Facebook's number 2 right behind. And then maybe Twitter. I know a lot of people look on Twitter for deals. But in Facebook, I know there's a lot of people because on Facebook you can post a link, right? You can say, go right here, claim your deal, and then they'll even there's certain Facebook ads where they will follow up with that person and say, hey, you haven't claimed this offer yet. And so there's different ads you can do on Facebook where you can promote your deals as well.
Yes. So I think like Instagram and Facebook, for example, aren't bad ways, or even YouTube where people can do like Amazon favorites and have their affiliate links in the bio. But I think a good point I want to highlight is kind of where the culture's attention is. Like I feel like now the currency is attention. Where are people looking? Where are people spending their time, especially on social media as it's growing? And I think TikTok is doing a really, really good job of setting the stage for other platforms. Check out Instagram Reels, check out YouTube Shorts. Who are they trying so hard to be? TikTok. So I there's a number that I Googled just now, and I wanted to highlight like how many users are on TikTok right now. So I think as of June 2020, which is last year, there are 92 million Americans that use TikTok monthly, and 50 million are on the app every day. Wow. And there are, so those are, I'm not sure of the numbers, I just Googled it, but I think the attention right now is focused on TikTok. So if you were to look up those hashtags on TikTok, Amazon finds, Amazon must-haves, you see the top videos under those hashtags have like 10 million views, 20 million views, 5 million even. And keep in mind that that is not paid traffic. It's organic traffic. It's views, and the conversion rates are so crazy high just based on that impulse purchase of the TikTok culture. So just the sheer amount of eyes that are on TikTok right now, those are eyes that have moved away from Instagram. Those are eyes that have moved away from YouTube and Facebook. Not to say that those other platforms don't have eyes, but they're all fighting for our attention, which I feel like I've seen a lot of focus on the attention on TikTok right now, at least for right now. Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. And what I think is so interesting about TikTok compared to the other platforms is the range of ages and genders and just cultures that are on TikTok comparatively. Where Facebook now is kind of more of, it's less of the younger generation. It's more, they think of it as kind of their parents' and grandparents' platform now. They don't really think of it as like a place they want to hang out. And then you've got Instagram, which is like the younger to mid-age, you know, it's more hipster. It's more like, oh, we're communicating in photos, you know, that kind of, and then Facebook owns Instagram. So it's kind of melding together there. And then Twitter has always been quick news. That's always, you know, because it doesn't last that long. So Pinterest is more like research. YouTube is more like, you think of YouTube as like a longer and also kind of more research type of platform. Like I'm expecting to see a whole video about an unboxing. But TikTok, we see every age group. Yeah. We see, I mean, everybody's talking about TikTok. Everyone's addicted to it. From the young kids all the way to even the older generation. So I think that there is no other social media platform that compares when we look at just the sheer number and demographics that are on one single platform and highly engaged with it.
Yes.
I mean, I'm mad at TikTok about that, because every time I get on TikTok, I'm like, I'll start swiping and I'm like, I've been here for 2 hours. What happened to my day?
Yes, exactly. And I think you are right about Facebook's culture being kind of not outdated, but just kind of a more old fashioned, like, oh, my parents, my grandparents are on it. And I created my profile back in 2006. And also you're right about Instagram being more young and hip, but also the culture of Instagram is very perfect and very curated and very just not as authentic or vulnerable or relatable as TikTok is. For example, if I'm creating content on Instagram, I'm more to fit in, I would have to be like makeup on, looking perfect, Facetune, look at this product. And then on TikTok, I'd be like, look, this is a crazy product. Y'all need it. And like, it's just so much more natural, authentic, and not vulnerable per se, but sometimes, yes, vulnerable. And I think that's what us as humans needed. Like the whole consumer psychology behind like what makes us want to buy something is trust between us as the buyer and the thing or person who's selling it to us. And I feel like the best way to sell is to not look like you're intentionally selling. And that's, I think, the secret of it all. And why TikTok does convert so much. It's because these people aren't like pushing like QVC, HSN, like, look at this product, this is so good. They're just like, I love this thing. And if you guys want it, you can get it too. And it's the culture of it. And that's the secret, I think, of what power TikTok holds.
I think people feel more connected to somebody who's making a TikTok video. I feel like they can be more real. So I love that. I love that. So hopefully this is giving everybody some hope about promoting their products on TikTok, as well as some ways to find influencers, ways to reach out, how to think about it, and all different types of influencers. We've really covered a lot. So let's revisit Amazon Lives. So can you, we talked about how Amazon Lives are kind of new and they're not, super common yet. And it's good because they do take up a lot of space on the page on Amazon, which I love painting the real estate on Amazon with videos and everything else. That's why I love video ads and posts. Amazon posts are really great for that. All free ways to get your information out there. But give us an example of a really great way to use an Amazon Live and what kind of results that could have for a product or a brand.
Yeah. So like I said before, I think when you're talking sheer volume of sales, I would recommend TikTok over Amazon Live any day. I think I use Amazon Live more so for product awareness and maybe just like demos or my experience with this product or stuff like that, like kind of like a video review. So I think Amazon is really taking a turn to focus more on Amazon Live and growing that Amazon Live, especially like just in the past month or two. I've seen so much growth there. So what's a good way to use Amazon Live? I would say, well, I would definitely encourage a brand to take a look at Amazon Live's page. It's not just blaringly in your face when you go on Amazon, but if you do search Amazon Live, there is kind of like a YouTube-like homepage where they feature certain creators. You can find different creators in different areas and niches. And since it is kind of not new, but recently just growing a lot, there are a lot of influencers that are looking for like Amazon brands to work with, Amazon brands to partner with. And you can basically find an influencer in every different niche. And if there's smaller influencers that are willing to do just product exchange partnerships. Maybe the bigger influencers, I would say, are probably maybe doing strictly like paid product or paid partnerships. But either way, you can, just like other platforms, find an influencer that kind of fits your product, fits your niche, reach out to them. And I do want to say that most influencers should have like their social media link where you should have like a way to contact them. And then you can be like, hey, I'll send you a unit of product and you can do an unboxing or a review or just talk about your experience with it. Give it like a 10 to 15 to 20 minute little slot in your Amazon Live. And when you do, if you're using an influencer that is in like insider level or above, and I can kind of give you the little details of like the little tiers of influencers on Amazon Live. But if you are using insider or A-list, then your the live stream that's currently happening with that influencer, it'll show up on your product page. Like when it says related videos, it'll have a live stream going there and it's live. So if somebody is on your page already and they're like, well, I don't know about this product, then they can scroll down a little bit, see somebody actively using it, talking about it, selling it per se, and then being like, oh, this person's likes it. And they can see a little demo of it. And that might help the buying decision, I think.
Got it. That makes sense. So let's talk a little bit about costs. I know that this is in every time we have a talk on Clubhouse, people are talking about costs and everything else. And I know that you can't answer for every other influencer out there. So let's just talk about you and what we have so many sellers in our network who run deals at launch time. So tell us, as far as working with you, if we reach out to you, what kind of costs can we expect? And how should we go about that?
Yes. So before I answer, like you just said, I'm just going to repeat what you said. I cannot speak for any other influencer than myself. So please, if you're an influencer, don't get mad at me. Okay. So I would definitely say, as much as I wish that there was like a solid, like, this is my price for this, and this is my price for this, and this, that, and the other. I do like taking a kind of like, what do you call it? A la carte method towards it. I like giving, the first thing I like to do when a brand reaches out is I say, what is the product that you're selling? Please link it. And what is the amount of discount you're able to provide? So first I look at the product and I say, is this a product that would make sense on my account? Or I'm thinking TikTok specifically when I say this. Is this a product that would make sense? Is it something that would match, my theme of like, good deals and popular products? If it is like a very niche product, for example, I'll make an example. Like if it's like a very niche little like bicycle part, it's not a bad product, but it's a product that probably a very small % of the population would need or want. So if I'm like, oh, look at this 10% off deal, which is not a super, run deal, for this very niche bike part, I can tell you right now that my TikTok probably wouldn't do well with it. It probably would be a flop video. It probably create a few sales that neither I'm happy with nor the brand is happy with.
Versus so if that brand found a
bicycle,
either a bike shop or a biker that is on TikTok or an influencer in the bike space, maybe a YouTuber who talks about bike or fixing bikes or whatever, they're going to have a ton of rapport with that audience and trust with that audience. Because as we mentioned, it's all about trust and rapport, right?
Exactly.
So you're making sure that it really fits your channel and you're, before you even get into budget and stuff, you're just like, okay, is this a good product for my channel? I don't want to make my audience go, what the heck is that, Gracie?
Yeah, because they will. They'll be like, why did you post this? And I will be out of an answer. And so that does relate to the price as well. So basically, I do want to say that the price will depend on the product. For example, I have been doing this long enough to know what products will do well on my account based on the general, trends of TikTok, and what products will probably not do well. I'll know what kind of deal amounts will do well, and I will know what's kind of too low of a deal for people to, make that purchase. So the best case scenario is a popular product a lot of people want, combined with a great deal of, 40, 50, 60. I know the margins are different for other people, but I'm saying like that's the kind of the average deal price, 40 or 50% off. So if I get an inquiry, like a brand of like, oh, I have this really great product and I have a really great discount to go along with it, I will probably charge not a terribly, huge amount, but like something that will be good for the both of us, because I will have the confidence that it will do well. You will get the return that you expect, if not more. And, you'll be happy with it. It'll be worthwhile to you. You'll get the ROI that you expect. And we'll both leave this partnership happy that I was able to promote it well. And you were able to get the, sales rankings or brand awareness that you wanted to get out of it. So in that case, when I'm confident about the product and I have a pretty good gauge of that, I will probably charge more, but because I know that the brand will get something out of it. If it's something that I'm unsure about, if it's like a product I've never talked about before, I don't really know if it's good with my audience. I don't really know if it's popular or trending or people will care about it. And it's also paired with a kind of like, oh, it's like a 10% off or 20% off. And it's not like oh, I have to get it right now kind of thing. I'll be able to kind of do like a lower price just because like I'm not super confident about it. I'll try and I'll do my best, but I can't promise that we'll both walk out of this being like, I'm so happy I did, I worked with you or whatever. Not to say I'm making myself sound bad. Not to say that that's common or it happens, but the point I'm trying to make is that like the price really depends on the amount of discount and the actual product that it is.
And the more confident, it's a partnership. So it has to be good for the brand. And if we think about it, a lot of brands do a lot of giveaways. And so if they're offering, the only thing that we have to worry about with us is if we discount it too steeply, then customers can't leave reviews. And in the beginning, the Amazon does not allow reviews for deeply discounted products. And so that's something as a brand owner that we would be losing out on. So, I mean, if we're going to do giveaways anyway, and most of the time we have to pay 100% of the price of the product for those giveaways. So we're actually losing money with every giveaway. If we can come to you and do a 40% off deal, or maybe like a 35% off deal, right? And so that we can still get reviews for that product. And then at that point, it's probably a wash and we get more eyes on it versus just doing giveaways. So, because you have deal seekers, which is an audience that's it's going to convert, right? But yeah, I get it. It's a partnership. I'm not trying to like lock you into any pricing or anything like that. The bottom line is people should come to you, should expect to give you information about their products. You'll engage with them, let them know what's good for you and whether it's a good fit for you. And no matter what, all sellers or private label brand owners, when they're looking for an influencer, they should be doing research as well before they reach out to you. If I have a product deal that I want you to promote, I better be looking at your channel first and seeing what other types of products you promote and see if it's a good fit from my end as well as the brand owner. So I think it should be a win-win on both sides. I mean, you're promoting it for me and, vice versa. It works out. It's a good partnership. I help your channel with a really great product and a really great deal. You help my promotions. It's a win-win. So I like it. Thank you for, yeah, go ahead.
And I think that giveaways are something that are a little bit underappreciated. I think giveaways are a really good way for a brand to kind of give something to the influencer that's not just, cash value, but it's something that'll help you grow the influencers community as well. It'll create engagement for them. It'll make their followers happy. It'll give the brand awareness. It'll allow, some other customers to try out their product, the winner or whatever. So I think that's a really good way to for brands to kind of compensate influencers in a way that is affordable for them, but brings both sides benefits as well. Yeah.
Cool. And then, so some tips. You started your channel just by sharing, just with the need and the desire to share, and it ended up taking off because other people like deals too. So, do you have any advice for brand owners that want to become influencers themselves?
Yeah. So I encourage, if a brand has somebody who is, comfortable with being the face of the brand and comfortable with talking about it and sharing the product, great, amazing. You have an influencer on the team and they should start creating content for your brand. I think TikTok is a great top of funnel. So I definitely want to mention that, I just talked about, vetting products for my TikTok. If I vet a product that I'm like, okay, this might not be a great fit for my TikTok, but I have 4 other platforms that I'm happy to share your product on, for a lesser price or whatever. I still have good traffic there, but it might not be a great fit for TikTok. So if there's a brand that wants to start doing content themselves, if they don't have anyone on the team that is like, oh, I'll do it. Maybe they can hire an in-house influencer to create that content for them, be the face of their brand, kind of be and do it that way. I do want to mention that not only on social media they can do that, but they can also stream on Amazon Live as a brand as well if they're brand registered on Amazon. That's an option. So I definitely think if a brand is looking to start creating content for themselves, TikTok is a great top of funnel. I think YouTube is a good kind of permanent video search engine for it. I definitely think there are so many ways to post your product on different platforms. And the more, eyes you can get on it with just organic reach, good. I think a lot of Amazon sellers, they focus on PPC, but only PPC. And PPC is great and it works. But I think there's a lot of affordable other options to get more eyes on your product. And that's where, the marketing comes in. So I think
49% of Amazon's traffic comes from off of Amazon. And a lot of people ignore that. And you're wasting I wouldn't say you're wasting money on PPC, but if you're only focused on PPC, the other brands that are not are going to kick your butt. I love that. Well, very good. We so appreciate having you on, Gracie. We learned so much about the different platforms and ways to promote our products and how to contact influencers and a little bit more about what you do. So I would love to give you the opportunity now to just plug whatever you want to plug. Tell us how we can get in contact with you outside of the show.
Sure. So do you want me to give my numbers on social media? Do you think that's important, or maybe I can just plug other things?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, however you plug as an influencer, you can go for it.
Okay, sure. So I'll just plug everything. So my biggest platform is TikTok, where I share, coupon codes, deals, promo codes about things on Amazon. I have 1 million followers there. I have a Facebook group with 84,000 members and growing. I have an Instagram with 24,000 and a Twitter with 2,000. So even if TikTok isn't the platform for you, then there's another platform where I can share your product or deal on. I've already driven over $2 million in revenue to Amazon in the last, 5 to 6 months. So while I haven't been doing this for years, I have a pretty good gauge of the market. And if you want to get in touch with me, my username on all those platforms is Deal Cheats, DEALCHEATS. My name is Gracie. And if you want to get in touch with me, then you can DM me on Instagram, Deal Cheats there as well. Or my business email is Gracie Marie Business, GRACEYMARIE business @gmail.com.
All right, perfect. Well, I so appreciate your time today, Gracie. Thank you so much for being here. And I think a lot more people are going to add you or an influencer to their launch and promotion strategies. So thanks so much.
Thank you, Amy and Andy. Thank you guys so much for having me. And I hope I helped and brought insight to some of these sellers. And I think influencer marketing is absolutely something to hop on to get your product sales up. So thank you guys.
Yes, thank you. And thanks everybody for listening to another episode of the Seller Roundtable. Please rate and review and subscribe. We appreciate all of you so much. We're always getting feedback from you. And we appreciate you being here. It's one of our favorite things to do every single week. So, all right, you guys, we'll see you next time.
Thanks for tuning in. Join us every Tuesday at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for live Q&A and bonus content after the recording at sellerroundtable.com. Sponsored by the ultimate software tool for Amazon sales and growth, sellerseo.com and amazingathome.com.